What's up, Cougars? Today's SEL lesson is going to be all about conflict resolution. Now, conflict resolution is basically when you solve a problem that you're having with someone else. So conflict means you're having an issue with someone or a group of people, and resolution is coming to an agreement or fixing it. So when we say conflict resolution, we're fixing a problem we have with someone else. Now, there are 5 specific steps that you take for conflict resolution, and you're going to learn all about those today. So, let's watch a quick video, maybe an example of something that you would typically see in a classroom, and let's learn from it.
Shut up! She makes me ugly!
Oh no, that went bad real fast. So, let's learn how to prevent that and solve problems. So, step 1 is to calm down. So sometimes we get angry with our friends, our family, our teachers, and it's okay to feel angry. But it is important to calm down so we can think clearly. I don't know about you guys, but I don't always make very smart, very good decisions when I'm angry. And I bet you don't always make the best decisions when you're angry too. Thankfully, you guys know all about self-regulation and you know some great tools to help you calm down. Some things you can do to help calm down are you can take 5 deep breaths, you can take a break, go get a drink, think a happy thought, count slowly to 10, anything like that. It's just important that you always calm down before you make a decision. Step 2 to conflict resolution is to identify the problem. You need to know exactly what the problem is so you know how to fix it. Be sure that when something happens, you think to yourself, what is the problem? If strong feelings such as anger or sadness keep you from being able to do this, go back to step 1 and calm down first. Being calm is important to being able to figure out what exactly the problem is. So in the video example that we watched, what was the problem? Think about it. The problem was that the boy in the video was tapping his pencils. Good job, I hope you got that right. Step 3 to conflict resolution is to identify the size of the problem. You need to ask yourself, is this a big problem or is this a small problem? A problem is big if someone is in danger or if you feel unsafe or scared. For a big problem, skip to step 5 and tell an adult immediately. A problem is small if it can be solved and is not an emergency. Examples of small problems are someone bothering you, someone not playing by the rules, someone being annoying, someone calling you a name, someone cutting in line. All of these things are small problems, and small problems we try to solve on our own. Which brings us to step number 4. If it's a small problem, try 2 different ways to fix the problem.
Use your problem-solving skills you already have to try to fix the problem. Here are some strategies you can use. First one's you can compromise. You can decide to take turns. You can use I statements and explain to a person how you're feeling. You might say, I'm really frustrated right now because you won't stop bothering me. You can ignore someone, which is one of my favorite things to do. You can walk away. You can ask someone nicely to stop. Don't say, stop it. Don't yell, shut up, or anything like that. Ask them nicely. You can find something else to do, and you can share. Try these next time someone's bothering you and see how things turn out. I guarantee if you use one of these strategies, it will help you to solve your problem and it will not make it worse.
Remember, you don't just try one way, you try 2 ways. Our whole goal is to solve small problems. If you react to a small problem by doing something such as yelling back, making fun, putting your hands on someone, you're taking a small problem and turning it into a big problem, which is not what we want to do. All right, step 5 and the last step is to tell an adult if necessary. So, like we said earlier, if it's a big problem, you automatically go to step 5 and tell an adult. If someone is in danger or you feel unsafe or scared, it's always the best choice to tell an adult. If it's a small problem and you've gone through all the steps, which means you tried 2 different things to solve it and it didn't work, ask an adult you trust to help you with your problem. Adults you can talk to include your mom, your dad, someone in your family, teacher, me, Mr. Schlosser, counselor like Ms. Leahy, Mrs. Potts, babysitter, neighbor, basically anyone you trust. It's just so important that if it's a big problem and if you can't fix it on your own, that you go to an adult to help you with your problem so that we can resolve the problem and make it go away. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch another video example of these two students and we're gonna watch them solve it the right way.
Can you please stop? David, I'm trying to focus. That's hard for me to focus. Alright, stop.
They did such a great job that time resolving their conflict. So as you noticed, the girl in the video took a couple deep breaths. She asked the student nicely to stop. The student still didn't stop. She counted backwards to 10, and then she used an I statement saying that she couldn't focus when he was making sounds. She asked him to stop again, and he said okay, and he stopped. And the small problem went away and became nothing instead of becoming a big problem like the first video example. So now we're going to practice again, so follow along with me. All right, go ahead and open up your workbooks to this page. In this example, a friend calls you a mean name. Let's say for the sake of this that I raised my hand to answer a question and I got it wrong, so my friend Joe called me stupid. The first thing we're going to do is draw a picture in the space below of how you could solve the problem, and then we're going to go ahead and fill in all of the steps. So I'm going to start off by drawing a picture of myself. Beware, I am not a good artist at all, but that doesn't matter. I'm giving myself a sad face because I'm upset that Joe called me stupid. Then gonna draw a picture of my friend Joe. I'm gonna give him a mean squiggly mouth because he said mean words. I'm gonna have lines coming out of my mouth to show that he said something towards me. And then I'm gonna put a voice bubble coming out of my mouth, and I'm gonna put the word I, because I know that I might use that strategy later on. So the first step to conflict resolution is to calm down. So you're going to ask yourself, how will you calm down? I know that one of the things I like to do from the self-regulation chart is to take 5 deep breaths. Lazy 8 breathing is my favorite, so I'm going to do that at my desk because I know that when I take 5 deep breaths, my brain releases a chemical which helps me to calm down, which then helps me to make better decisions. Step 2 is to decide what the problem is. In this situation, the problem is that my friend called me a mean name. Joe told me I was stupid. For step 3, we have to identify if the problem is a big problem or a small problem. Even though I'm really upset, it's a small problem because it's not an emergency and I'm not in danger. And with small problems, remember that we always try to solve them ourselves, which leads us to step 4. Try 2 ways to fix it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use an I statement and tell Joe how I feel. I might say, Joe, I get my feelings hurt when you call me stupid. You're supposed to be my friend and help me out and not make me feel bad. A lot of times that will work and the person will stop. However, if that doesn't work and Joe's still being mean, I need to try one more strategy. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore him. Because I'm ignoring him, I'm moving on. And for step 5, I do not need to tell an adult. Great job, guys. All right, so you have one thing left to do, and I want you guys to solve one more conflict on your own. So turn your page over and follow the same steps we just followed on your own. Remember, Cougars, let's get rid of small problems and let's not turn them into big problems. Have a great day.